Okay, so now we're back to the original screen, and some tenants, instead of following the Guide Me menu, they're going to scan the QR code, log into Alex, and they're just going to type stuff. So they might type something like, my hot water stopped working yesterday. And in this sort of situation, instead of going through the visual menu that I showed you earlier, this is where the AI kicks in, and Alex has understood what that sentence means. And now he's going to jump straight into the troubleshooting questions that we have loaded for this use case. So for hot water system, he's going to ask what type of hot water system they have. So we'll say gas. For gas, he's going to ask them to check the pilot light and explain how to safely do so. So we'll say it's still not resolved. He's going to ask for images or videos. We'll say no images or videos this time. And then as you can see, we're back to that same step that I showed you earlier. But what Alex has also done is he's flagged this job as urgent. So what this means is if it's during business hours, it's going to go through to the property manager with an urgent flag against it. But if it's after business hours, once the tenant presses submit, what we're able to do is offer your preferred emergency after hours trades for this issue. So the plumber in this case. And why that's really fantastic is because when the tenant presses submit, they're going to be asked another question, which is, are you sure you can't wait until the morning? They'll select no. We'll bring up another text box which says, this is the definition of an emergency. If it turns out not to be an emergency, you may be liable for costs. Do you agree? Yes. And only then will we present your emergency after hours trade. So effectively what that means is you don't need to have an emergency after hours phone number on your website.
Oh, that's great. It'd be great to no longer have to have that emergency hours phone call.
Yeah, and look, it's a really big benefit for property managers because a lot of the teams we work with, they rotate the number across various staff members. There's almost like a roster. So you can still have the confidence that Alex has gone through all of those screening questions and the tenants are still actually able to get access to the trade, but only when they really need to.
Fantastic.